Yadadai, dadai, daidam, yai, dadadai, yadadai, dadai, daidai, yai, yadadai, yadadai, dadai, daidam, yai, yadadai, yadadai, dadai, daidai, daidam, ai, 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 yadai, daidai, yadadai, yadai, daidai, dai, ai, 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 yadai, daidai. Yai, yadadai, 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 yadadam. Yai, yadadai, 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 yadadai. Yai, yadadai, 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 yadadai. Yai, yadadai, 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 yadadam. Bye, yai, yai, yadai, yadai, yadai. I, yadai, yadadam. Yai, yadadai, 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 yai, yadadai, 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 yai, yadadai, 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 yai, yadadai, 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 yai, ai, yai, yai, yadai, yadai, yadadai, yadai, 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 yay, 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 Boker Tov, good morning. Another sunny day, but it's yuck out there today. Just drove Ellis to the camp bus, and it's already feeling like a bazillion degrees, which is gross because it's not just hot, it's humid and unpleasant. But I'll take it over the rain. I hope that you will be feeling the same. I hope that we have air conditioning that's working. I hope that we have something to look forward to in Shabbat or the weekend, whichever that is for all of you. And so we're here. And we need to finish up learning about Parsha Re'eh before we come into Shabbat. It's a gentle landing for us. We started this week with seeing the blessing. We came to the middle of this week with choosing the blessing. And now we come in batting cleanup, which is becoming the blessing. Become full circle. To see, to choose, and to become. That is how it works. That's Re'eh. That is, God doesn't simply ask us to notice goodness, but invites us to participate in creating it. And so as we finish up this week, or we come close to Shabbat, it is to open our hand, the blessing of generosity, this generosity of heart. After beginning with the word, see, I place before you today, that was the second part, blessing and a curse. The Torah eventually turns to one of, I won't say it's the most beautiful, but essentially a very beautiful commandment. It says, you shall surely open your hand to your brother, we'll say to your sibling, to the poor and to the needy in your land. And other than the brother versus sibling, I love the wording of this. It doesn't say give. It says open your hand. Because generosity is more than money. And yes, generosity and money go hand in hand, literally and figuratively. But there's more to it. It's about openness. Open your hand. Think about the difference between an open hand and a closed fist. Closed fist holds it tightly. It protects. It says, what I have is mine. And an open hand is different. An open hand can give, can receive, and an open hand trusts that there's enough. Perhaps that's where the Torah depicts this, almost imagery. Because generosity begins long before we ever reach for our wallet. It begins in our hearts. We often think generosity is measured, or often it is thought that generosity is measured by the size of the gift. But Judaism doesn't see it in quite the same way. It measures it differently. It asks, did you notice someone in need? Did you make room for another person? Did you share your time? your encouragement, your patience, your attention. And sometimes the greatest gift we offer isn't financial at all. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's a phone call or a visit, or sometimes it's an invitation, or sometimes it's willingness to sit quietly beside someone who has no words. Yesterday, I went with a friend. Her husband had to have a procedure. And I insisted upon going because I know what it feels like to sit and wait. And this was a simple thing, and thank God all went well, and there was no issue, and she could have sat alone. But I went. It was a long day because it was in the city, etc., whatever. But time spent together is great. And the message that I received after the day was over and I was home was, thank you for making the day easy and the time pass quickly. Makes it less stressful and just much easier when someone's there with you. And so it was just the willingness to sit there, to be there. I mean, there was tons of conversation. It wasn't quiet or boring. But sometimes that's the generosity that people need, and that's the generosity that we need. Just somebody to be there, to show up for us, or to be the person that shows up for someone else. Generosity is opening your heart before your hand. The Torah understands that communities are built through open hands, not because everyone has the same amount to give, but because every single person has something to offer. I think one of a major misconception about generosity is that it leaves you or leaves us with less. In reality, generosity often leaves us with more connection, more gratitude, more purpose, more community. I'm sure you've noticed, because we are a bunch of great people here, and I know it. But have you noticed how good it feels to help someone? Not because you expect anything in return, and I hope that you don't, but because giving reminds us that we belong to one another. Perhaps that's why generosity is so essential, I think, or central, both, to Jewish life. Every act of giving quietly proclaims, your life matters to me. And that is exactly, in so many ways, what blessings look like. It's not only receiving God's gift, but it's becoming one. Each of us is a gift. We sing this all the time. How great are your deeds, your designs, O Holy One. We are designed for this. We are those profound designs. We are what God's blessings look like on earth. And so this week, we've done a lot of work. We have noticed, we've seen, we've chose, and now we're becoming. And it's a continual process. It's not something overnight, but it is something that we're continuing to do. And so this week, as it's coming to a close, as we're coming in for landing, what is one way that we can open our hands? Not only financially, but emotionally or spiritually or relationally. Who might need the gift that only we can offer? As we close this week's Parsha, may it remind us that blessing is never meant to stop with us. It's meant to flow through us. May our hands remain open. May our hearts remain generous. And may we notice those who need encouragement are readily as those who need assistance. And may we discover that one of life's greatest blessings is having the opportunity to become a blessing for someone else. Shabbat Shalom, beloved friends. We are here to be part of community together. As we have gone through this week's Parsha and will continue through Shabbat, we're reminded that blessing is something we choose together. Thank you for choosing this life, Jewish learning, our Simchat Halev family. Together, we will continue to build a community of blessings far into the next generations. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you, and we'll see you tonight at 6:30. Have a great day, everybody. For all of you that are watching live, thank you. For those that will watch later, thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai.